Thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. We flew from Newark and landed in Dublin, and we immediately stopped at a coffee shop that had the best coffee. It was from Ground State Coffee Roasters. Immediately after that, we took a train to Galway. A lot of gin rummy was played during these train trips to pass the time. I got pretty good at gin rummy. The next day, we had booked a tour for the Aran Islands and Cliffs of Moher. I highly recommend biking around the Aran Islands. It was so beautiful. The islands have a little bit of everything. There were cows, shipwrecks, pretty beaches, little cottages, this dog that followed us around. It was so cool. And the tour included tickets to the ferry, so we ferried back and drove to the cliffs where there was a short hike. After the hike, you should definitely go to the visitor center. They have a really good ice cream cone. The cows in Ireland must be really happy because all the dairy products here were so yummy, creamy, and delicious. The landscape in Ireland is so magical and enchanting. Hello. It's our first full day in Dublin.
Yeah.
The past 3 days we spent in Galway. We went to the Cliffs of Moher.
Beautiful.
And yeah, it was really pretty. And today we're gonna do Castle. And then we're also going to Howth. And we're also gonna see another beautiful cliff and do another cliff hike situation. Ooh, be fun. Let's go. We're gonna go all the way over there. Or that way. That way looks pretty cool too.
No, we're not going that way. That's look cool. We're not going that way. Got it?
We spent the rest of the time in Dublin exploring the city. This consisted of just shopping, eating, and just walking a ton. One of my favorite types of travel sketchbook spreads to do is a food page. I basically just sketched the meal I had and I do a little bit of writing about it, what I liked about the meal, where it was from. It helps when I don't know what to draw, and I can later look back on it to remember all the delicious food I ate. I feel like there was so much more to explore, especially in the small, charming towns. Like, I would love to do a road trip around Ireland one day and go back there, but we were off to Amsterdam. Hello, we just got to Amsterdam. We took a plane from Dublin to here and then a train to the city center. And the Airbnb we got is so cute. It's run by a lady named Margot. She lives upstairs and yeah, she was very sweet. I love her decor. I'll give you a short little tour and I want to do a little haul of what I got in Ireland. Hey, there's a cute little seating area over here. It's a studio apartment on the ground level. And these shelves are so sick. I love this chair. And over here is the bed, the dining area. I'm currently editing a video right there. And then this cute little kitchen. And she gave us some bread and some eggs and cheese to make breakfast tomorrow. I'm working a little bit and then I'm gonna go explore Amsterdam a little bit. I love going to bookstores when I'm outside of the US because The covers are different. So I picked up another copy of Strange Weather in Tokyo by Hiromi Kawakami. This is one of my favorite books ever, and I really want to do a reread. And I really like this cover. And then I also saw that she had Record of a Night Too Brief. And then at the same bookstore, they had a blind date with a book, and I've been dying to open this. I wanted to open it on camera with you guys. The description reads, I embody modern London. Crackling, comedic, cruel, complicated, running on serendipity and mischances. Looking for someone to be my side while the city unravels us. I got this from Books Upstairs. It says right here it's Dublin's oldest independent bookshop, so that's really cool. We're just gonna peel it. I'm gonna do it very carefully. Zadie Smith Northwest. Oh, Zadie Smith. Zadie Smith is the author, I believe. I want to save this little description of it, I think, and use it as a bookmark. This seems like very much a character-driven book, which I really like, and fun. I'm very excited to visit all the museums. There's a lot of children's book type things here in Amsterdam as well, so I could get some inspiration. I'm excited to bike around the city, eat some good food, and yeah, I'm gonna work a little bit and then I'll catch you later. The first few days we took it pretty easy. We walked everywhere at first because we didn't have bikes yet. We went vintage shopping, we went to museums, we ate a lot of food. We tried the famous herring sandwich, and I'm not really sure how I feel about it. It was a little bit too fishy for my liking. And of course I had to find Miffy since she's Dutch. We biked around a lot, and one of the days we headed to the Rijksmuseum. They had so many paintings depicting dogs that looked like Miso. I had to take pictures of them because I thought it was so funny, and I also missed Miso a lot. And now I have a very strong suspicion that she might be Dutch. There was a Japanese festival happening in a nearby town, so we biked about 45 minutes there to meet up with our friends, and the food there was so good. Like, look how green this matcha is. Amazing. It was extremely hot this day, and we were biking around a lot. We biked around a park and played Uno, which was Nina's signature game, and it literally takes forever to finish, so a lot of the times we were playing it against our will, and my legs were dying because we were biking around for about like 3+ hours. I'm so not used to the biking lifestyle. We ended up getting a pizza and eating that at the park. It was just like so magical and fun. And the next day, Nina introduced us to Jaiki Cho, who was having a Korean fusion pop-up at Stack's Deli, which was, funny enough, an American diner in Amsterdam. Cordell really loved all the fermented elements that were infused in these recipes, and of course, at the end of the night, Nina made us play Uno again against our will. Hello, we've been in Amsterdam for about 5 days now. We just switched Airbnbs to experience a different part of the city. Before we were staying like really in the city center, now we're kind of a little bit on the outskirts. Let me show you this place, it's really cute. Cordell's currently on a bike ride so I could get some work done, so I figured that I would vlog. I have a bunch of editing I need to get done, and then I also have my July Patreon rewards to do. This is also a cute little studio apartment. There's a little kitchenette over here, bathroom, and then the kitchen slash dining area. I don't know, it's not really a full kitchen because there's no stove, but the green tile is gorgeous. And there's like this horse butt right here, which is, I think, is funny. Most of the days we've just been walking around, shopping a little bit, exploring. Nothing too crazy, but this place has free bikes, so we're gonna go on a bike ride either tomorrow to see a bunch of windmills. We actually met a couple friends here, so we've been hanging out with them as well. But yeah, as we were exploring the other day, we passed a Miffy store. Miffy is Dutch and created in the Netherlands. I got this little Miffy keychain. I've been just getting a bunch of postcards to send to my friends. I keep seeing so many gifts my friends would like, but I have no room in my luggage right now for even stuff like I've gotten. I've been trying to be good about like not buying too much stuff. We've been collecting magnets on places we go together, and this one was so perfect because it has a little windmill. And then I got a bunch of Miffy postcards for my friends. Try to send them postcards while I'm here, so I'm gonna do that too later. And I really want to go to the Van Gogh Museum, but we haven't been able to get a reservation. We tried yesterday and it wasn't working. But
But we went to the Rijks Museum and look at this little guy. And then my friend Alice recommended Sam and Julia's Mouse Museum, which was the cutest thing ever. It was very whimsical and magical in there. It's kind of just like a miniature store. And there I got more postcards. Of course, I thought these were so silly and cute. Like, look at that. Shut up, look at her cooking pancakes. He's playing jazz. This one's like in a hospital. Like, what is this? Yeah, a lot of good picture book inspo here. There are a lot of vintage thrift. Actually, I wouldn't say thrift. I feel like they're definitely like curated vintage stores. And I was looking specifically for a jacket during this trip because it was a little chillier than I thought. I've been searching for a good leather jacket like forever. And I found this one. I forget what the shop was, but I saw this immediately as I walked in and it fit perfectly. It's in really nice condition. It has like this, it has really nice white stitching. It's so cute. And yeah, that's my little haul of Amsterdam so far. I've been really enjoying it. It's been really fun. A lot of people have been recommending me to go to a store called Pansy, so I really want to go there. I haven't really been to many art stores yet because I'm trying not to buy too much stuff. Also, a little bit of news. I'm gonna have to be moving out of my apartment at the end of August. I originally had taken over someone's lease because I was looking for a place that was only 6 months because Cordell and I were thinking about moving to another city. They asked if we wanted to renew and we didn't want to be stuck in a year lease because we weren't sure if we were going to stay in Philadelphia or not. So the deadline to renew the lease was coming up this week and we asked them if we could renew for 6 months and they were like, no, we only do 1 year leases. And we didn't really want to be locked in on a year lease. So, surprise, we will be moving places again. So it's a very, very short stint in that studio and that apartment in general. We'll see where the wind takes us. But yeah, if you guys see another like moving vlog, that is what is happening. I'm just moving again. A few sketches. And I was debating whether I want to do this on my iPad, but I think I'm going to paint it. This is going to be July's Patreon rewards. Yeah, these are all the supplies I brought, so I'm going to try to paint it, but I only brought like primary colors. I didn't even bring a green or anything, so hopefully I can mix the right colors for this piece. This piece is definitely inspired by our time in Ireland from all the sheeps we saw. And then we also went to this fairy garden. I feel like fairies and folklore are huge there. Fairies are real if you believe, okay? I remember I was little and I was always so sad that fairies weren't real. Like I would literally cry because they weren't real. But I can make them real by drawing them. I need to find something that I can mix paint on. There's tinfoil, so that is a good sign. If I could find a piece of like parchment. Oh, I know. So I'm gonna make a paint palette with this piece of tinfoil, a wet paper towel, and then I'm going to rip off this back piece to put on top, and this is where I'll mix my paint on so it doesn't get super dry. We're making do here.
I'd like to take a moment to thank Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Squarespace has been my website hosting platform for years and a longtime sponsor of the channel. I love how easily customizable it is. You could find everything you need to know about me as well as all my social links on my website. It houses my portfolio, which I updated with my favorite coaster designs in literally 5 seconds. And I recently had my shop clear out sale on my website. Now that everything is sold out, it's time to remove it from my main menu, and you could see that I made all these changes within a few clicks. Whether you're creating a shop or illustration portfolio, Squarespace makes everything easy and beautiful with their customizable site templates. If you're interested, head to squarespace.com/KDMI to receive 10% off your next website or domain purchase. And our last big fun day in Amsterdam consisted of a cheesemaking course at De Castery. I didn't realize how much of an art cheesemaking is. You could do so much with it. There's so many elements that go into it. Cheese can be so beautiful. We learned how to make 2 different cheeses and we really expressed ourselves via cheese. I think these little excursions are so fun. Like, I would have never went to these myself, but Cordell is a really big fan of them, and I'm really, really glad we went here because it's just like another layer of learning about the culture and just learning a new skill in general. And now I'm like, I want to draw a bunch of little rats making cheese. Like, it's so fun.